this so it makes sense. I'm playing with a new setup that hopefully is going to be advantageous for all, and see what we can do here. I'm going to attempt to put this right here on top of my laptop keyboard, and I think that might work. Maybe not ideal, but it might work for the time being. Hey, this is a work in progress, right? Okay, you guys are crooked here. Speaking of YouTube people, you already knew that. Bunch of crooked people. Bunch of crooked YouTubers. All right. So here's what we did. I'm checking to see if this works. Looks like it does. So I'm now in the big leagues. Got myself a ring light. As you can see the reflection on my glasses. Ain't that pretty? And then I got a little webcam that hopefully will help with YouTube. Looks like there's possibly a little bit of a delay in the feed that way, but I think we might be better off. So welcome to those coming in. And this is where we just kind of get together and chit chat and talk about life and how the week has been, what new discoveries have been made in life in general, and get to know each other a little bit. So hopefully you guys are set and you can hear everything fine. IG, you should be good, other than the big difference with you is going to be that I have a better lighting system. So I don't have to be looking up like this when I'm putting my makeup on sitting here, which is a big advantage for me. I'm going to show you the goodies that I got. This is not one of the goodies. This is my tea. But I got, actually, I'm not going to show you because I'm using it right now, and it's going to be a little bit hard to do that. How would I manage to do that? I don't know. I got a Nexigo, Nexigo, a little webcam. I got these guys from Amazon. I can put them, I'll try to put something on my, I may link them in my description as I go, and then also put them in my, my stories. So my cousin is here. Hi, how's it going, Hannah? And my cousin once removed, right? So my cousin's kid. Yay. All right. So that's cool. We got relatives in the house. Woo, woo. And yeah, so then I got a ring light also from Amazon. I don't know, what is the brand here? AIXPI. Axip. That sounds like a medical condition. I've got a bad case of Axip. Like one where maybe incontinence is part of it. Valentina, hello, welcome to our little party. So I did get this, and I can actually show you this. I was pretty excited about this little guy. So again, I've been hanging out with this AOA Studio mirror for a while, and I've got little random stickers on the back there that I've used. But yeah, this has been my little mirror if I wanted to do anything sitting here, because these canister lights are killing me. But it looks like the ring light has mostly solved the problem. I've got shadows, but you know what? I don't care, because I'm not doing this as a career or anything serious. My husband's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? He's trying to take a nap, but instead he's laying on the couch laughing at me. I don't think that's appropriate. But he did confess to me that he likes when I wear makeup. So that means I can go buy a lot more. Yeah, anyway, I got this Homever light. I'm not going to, mirror. I'm not going to show it to you really because I don't want to blind you. I'm going to try not to point it at them. I can kind of show you it. So it's got the center one, and it does plug into USB, and you can illuminate yourself. It's super bright though, so I don't think I would use this lit. It's just like ridiculously bright, and you can't adjust it, so that's kind of a pain. but it does have a 3X and 2X mirror here, which is cool. I kind of understand why they did the 3X and 2X here, but I wish there would have been maybe, I don't know, for the price, you can't complain. And then over here, it's just the regular, on this flap, it's just the regular one, so you can kind of see yourself almost, not 365, but 180 degrees, whatever that is, 200 and something degrees. I don't know. But it actually works pretty well. So I kind of like it. And I like that it closes. And then it has a little stand here. You can put your little goodies in here if you want change or whatever. Do you keep change in your mirror? And it does, like I said, it plugs into USB and it also has battery option. So that's pretty cool. So I'll try to link these on the video in case anybody's interested in that. I think that would be a good thing to have. I'm all about cheap stuff. Speaking of cheap, so my niece and I went thrifting, and I was looking specifically for something. So we went to kind of this little bougie thrift shop, and I was like, okay, great. Maybe I'll pick up some stuff that's kind of good. And I looked through it, and I didn't really see anything for me. And I was like, I kind of got that like thing that you get when you're more than size 14, maybe 16. I think 16 these days. When I was younger, it used to be 14 was like the cutoff. Like if you were more than 14, size 14, and you try to go thrifting, there was nothing for you. And the reason it seems is because this focusing thing on this autofocus on this little webcam is trying to keep up with my motions and stuff, and it's having a little bit of a trouble, but that's okay. So that's on YouTube. So I have YouTube and IG going at the same time. You guys know that if you're here. Anyway, so we went in and I was like, there's really nothing for me. And I kind of got that like irritated, sort of discouraged. Like, this is why I have to go and buy new stuff instead of thrifting. And I wish that I could thrift all the time and find good deals and stuff like that. And I just, it's just harder. It's just harder because when you are plus size and you find something that's cute and that fits, you tend not to get rid of it. And I don't think it's that way anymore, but it certainly was that way when I was growing up and when I was a young plus sizer. And that's really frustrating. So anyway, I went in and I was like, there's nothing for me. And my niece was like, what about this? And she picks up the sweater and I was like, it was in the wrong size, in the wrong sizes. And so I was like, it says it's my size, but then the arms look small and whatnot, but it actually fits perfectly. So I was like, yay. And it matches the skirt. I was wearing the one that I bought for my other niece's, her sister's wedding, and pictures on IG. Yeah, we kind of snapped some pictures out here. So that was kind of fun. Anyway, that's what we did. So then, because I had to be all matchy-matchy, let's see if you can see this on YouTube. I'm going to have red marks on my nose, I can tell. Do I? Yes. I can't really see anything without my glasses, but I think I do. So if you see my eyes, I was so proud of these. This made me really happy. So this is what I've got going on up there. There. Sounds like a psychological situation. Is this guy. So this Elf Retro Paradise. And this palette is so incredibly cute. I got this on a whim. Was it like in January, I think? I think it was on clearance or on sale or something like that. And it's so cute with all the different colors. So I was really impressed. But the key, because when you swatch these, the thing with Elf is the shimmers, if you don't put anything under them, they end up everywhere. The glitter is everywhere. And that's one thing I found out, that even working with these little, these 3 quads this last week. So these were my project. What do I call this? I don't know what the official name for it is, but it's basically 5 days, 1 palette. So I use 1 palette for 5 days and create as many looks as I can. 1 look a day for 5 days, and I post them on Instagram. But because these ones are only 4 pans each, I put 3 of them together. I thought that would be fair. And I try to get some springy color. So I've got the Mint to Be, the Acai and the Rose Water. And I've got all of these, but these ones are the ones that I grabbed for spring. because I thought they were pretty cute, and you can see those on IG. I have a little stories highlight with all the looks I put on there. So sorry, when I have my glasses off, I can't see anything. I'm trying to show you guys my eye look. So if you're saying hi to me or saying something, I'm going to check in just a second. I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see anything. But this is the AOA studio. So if you guys know, like, Shop Miss AOA studio, can you see that? Maybe. I can't see if you can see because I can't see. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it does make sense, but it's a little bit roundabout. This is a tacky base eye primer. I have not tried NYX. I've heard tons of good things about this, but that is what I put under this. And I need to just like make it a matter of fact that I wear that underneath shimmers. And of course, glitters, I use it under, but shimmers, beautiful. So I will be putting this in the rotation in the not too distant future. Have to find a place to put it. I still have stuff stashed here from the last live because life happens. Yeah, anyway, that's a great palette, but I would highly recommend this because if not, those shimmers are going to be everywhere on your face and it's going to look like a unicorn vomited all over you. Sounds much more glamorous than it actually is. I don't know. I've never had a unicorn vomit on me, but if it did, that's probably what it would look like. These glasses, by the way, are from Zenny. They're so cute. They have a little green on the top. So they're like half rimmed. Are they cute? So they're like my little, I have some like this that are just plain, but then I've got these little green ones. They're so cute. I love them. I think they're fantastic. So yeah. Anything else? I use the Ofra, the liquid lip in Story. This is the one that was the Samantha March collab on her first time around. When I grabbed her palette and her newest. This looks really beautiful, but it didn't really last on me, but it didn't last because I had topped it off with this Ofra lip, also hers in Peony. I just love how clear the picture looks right now. I'm just like, wow, I can see myself. Although now you're going to see all sorts of flaws and things like that, but that's okay. That's why we're all here, is to enjoy our flaws, of which I have many. But yeah, anyway, the liquid lip didn't last super long. It was pretty, but also I was wearing a mask, so that's kind of annoying too. And then I just reapplied the gloss. So this is one that I wanted to just mention before I put it away into my stash of things I need to bring out. So this is the one I got in the BoxyCharm. And it is really beautiful, but I don't know that it's super special. And then I did a look yesterday, and within 4 or 5 hours, it might have been a little bit longer than that, but it was not, I mean, this has been on since 8 something this morning, because we leave here at 9. So yeah, I was ready by 9, and so and there's not a crease. Of course, I used this, but usually just with a standard base, I'm not creasing with, if it's not glitters. So I don't know if it was a combination of the base that I used or what, but this creased like crazy, like very unusual for me. So come on, Natasha. I thought you were supposed to be like something, something, something. Not super impressed so far. It's beautiful, but I'm still bitter because I didn't get the colorful one. So I don't know. Anyway, but I will say in that Boxy, was it that? No, Ipsy. These Bogashis, whatever. I don't know. What is this? Is this Portuguese? I should probably investigate that or something. So I do like that this webcam focuses, but it doesn't catch up with me very fast. So if you're on IG, you should go over and look at my YouTube just because, and you'll see how much better quality this is. I hope the sound quality is better. I will be listening to that, and if it's not that great, I may get a microphone and plug that in. We'll see what happens. Anyway, but these are really great brushes. I suspect that they are natural hair. They feel like natural hair. I mean, they just, like, if you just look at them, they look like natural hair. I'm sorry, little creature, that these were taken from, but it doesn't say on the website, and it doesn't, of course, say in Ipsy. Ipsy isn't going to advertise, hey, these came off a poor little fuzzy animal. But, you know, because nobody wants to hear that their brushes came off a poor little fuzzy animal. Anyway, I don't know, they're great. Should I feel bad? But the other ones that I've been loving, of course, are the BH ones. I should do like a brush. My favorite brushes. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, like me going through an inventory. I know that that's kind of like a popular thing. I don't necessarily like to do popular things, but if you enjoy doing something, then or seeing something, Reese. Hi, Reese. Welcome. So yeah, if you enjoy talking about something, discussing something, and feel free to interact. I haven't seen a lot of messages, so I haven't been interacting. Oh, if you were watching my stories, you might notice last night I was dyeing my hair. I'm at this weird place that I don't know what to do with it. So it's getting long, and I, you know, for the first time really in my life, come on. There we go. All right, focus on me. That's YouTube. YouTube's having a little bit of focus issues, but I think we're okay. My husband's watching something. We got headphones. My love. You have headphones? Plug in cast? All right, so anyway, yeah, so, you know, hey, whatever. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but he's probably saying, well, you got headphones too? This is my space. No, we share this. Anyway, so I was not sure what to do with it because it was growing out. There's a lot of gray showing. I don't like to over dye, of course, because my hair is so fine and it's like super, super high porosity, which means it can get easily damaged. If you've been around, you know, I use mostly natural oils and whatnot, but you see all of this to here, like this is new growth coming in. So there's lots of like flyaways because these are new ends coming. So that's just how much more it's growing. So it's much more thick here than it is at the ends. But I had so much gray showing, but it wasn't enough. Like I want my hair to be either gray or not. And so I was like, but I also don't want to just go black because I've done that a few times. And now it's like at the ends, it's pretty dark. So I went and got this splat. This is a violet, and I don't have the box because it got tossed out in the garbage today. But again, it's in my stories and you can see that. And it does lift okay. It looks really red on the camera and it does look pretty red, but like out in the sun, it looks more purple. And I hope that it will settle into more purple. I'm hoping that the red is because the scalp. My scalp is looking red. I don't know. But I think it's kind of cute. I mean, I didn't go for a professional job. I missed like some little grays here. Yeah, whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. I'm just playing. But I don't want to do too much with it because I don't want to go crazy. But I'm thinking if I go purple, I can go lighter and lighter and lighter purple until it fades into like a silvery purple sort of lavender color. I don't know, because I love that. I don't know how to look on me because I'm so used to myself with dark hair. And I've done light before, but it's always either turned orangey or it was when I had like almost no hair. So I dyed it light because it's harder to see how much scalp is coming through than it is when your hair is really dark. That's a trick for you if you are balding because of PCOS or any other reason. If you go lighter, it doesn't show your scalp as obviously as it does if you have dark hair. I don't have to do that anymore right now. Hopefully that remains and I continue to have that good news. But anyway, so yeah, back on palettes. Hey, I just go from topic to topic. That's kind of how I do it here. And if you guys want to direct me, you go ahead and say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about world peace in Uganda? And world peace in Uganda, unrest in Uganda. I don't know. Is there unrest in Uganda right now? I don't know what's going on there. I did talk to a guy at Walmart today that was from Uganda. So Because I'm always curious. I'm like, so where are you from? When I hear somebody's accent, if I can't place it, I'm like, where's this person from? And then I want to like talk to them about where they're from and what's going on and what the linguistic makeup is of their area and all that kind of stuff. Because that's just me. I'm a language nerd, and you didn't know that about me. But so this is the one that I'm going to be working on next. Let me pull this up so YouTube can see it. Yeah, it's getting washed out a little bit on YouTube. I'll try to angle it away from the light. That helps. It's much brighter on IG. So, but this is the BH Summer in Saint-Tropez. It is so pretty. I dropped it because I'm sometimes real slick like that. So you can see some of these are really crunchy up here. And I just kind of put some alcohol. I didn't pull it out and re-crush it and everything. I just dropped some alcohol in and kind of pressed it in and let it dry. And that seems to have preserved it and kind of restuck it. And it is working that way. So I don't know if that works all the time, but it did work for this one. So it is a beautiful palette. And so we'll see what I can come up with next week. I'm really excited to use it. But again, I think I'm going to probably try to use this when I use the glitters or the shimmers, because I think there are not pressed glitters in here. These are all shimmers. So I think this will help a lot with any of the shimmers. So that will be cool. Sorry, YouTube. I know that it's kind of zooming in and out. I'm trying to be a little bit still so I'm not like making my camera freak out, but sometimes that happens. So anyway, this is on the block on the bubble. We'll say on the bubble for next week. So, so speaking of health, right? So I have PCOS, as people who join me often know that, because I talk about it often, because it has been a major contributing factor to many things, including health, including weight, including hair loss, including facial hair, including fertility, including skin tags, breakouts, hormonal, this and that, kind of just about everything. Mental health, all that. So it relates to all of those things. So if you are familiar with PCOS, you will know that. But I have been regulated, and one of these days I can do that. I can maybe do a talk about how I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, how would I actually talk about that? How I regulated my PCOS. I kind of self-medicated my PCOS to make it work. It worked for me. I am not a medical professional at all, but I do know more about PCOS than most medical professionals, because I have dealt with it personally for much longer than most medical professionals, especially considering most of the doctors I've gone to talk about it are male. So they have no clue, and they're just like, you need to lose weight. That's the only option they have. And that's not a viable option for PCOS. I did finally find some doctors that explained to me what was really going on, and I went, oh. But so what I'm doing right now is, because I'm regulated, I'm not putting a whole bunch of things in my body, and I'm not doing what I did before to regulate it. So let me know if you want to know more about that. I'm curious how much people want to know. I don't know that what I did would work for other people, and I wouldn't recommend it. And I don't think you can do it unless you are in the developing world where they don't have the regulations for prescription medication like they do here. I'm trying to get this to focus on my face again. Come on, camera. There I am. Hey, it focused again. I don't know what it's focusing on that's not on me. I wonder if it's focusing back here. Maybe I need to turn this just slightly. It's not focusing on the things on the bookshelf. Let's try that. Maybe it'll focus better. Experiments, right? So I'm using my phone for IG and this little webcam for YouTube. So we'll see how that works. Anyway, so I started doing this, and I started taking, first of all, I started taking vitamin D, because when COVID came along, I was like, I'm not scared of COVID. I think it's overblown. I think people are really politicizing it. I mean, it's a real illness, but you have like less than 0.5% of dying from it if you contract it. And that was in the beginning, and now I think those numbers maybe are even going down more. I'm not sure, just because we're finding out everybody else has kind of gotten it already. I don't know. I would have to look at that, but I think the numbers they're still really low, and they have been really low. But that doesn't mean that it's not a serious illness. It just means that it's been blown out of proportion and it's being politicized and all that stuff, as most things are these days, by everyone, not just by one side. So that's kind of what you've got. So hey, people go a little bit nuts. The cat's curves. The cat's curves. Hi, welcome. So we're talking about just basic nutrition and what I'm doing, and I'm not doing anything super fancy. I did stop drinking coffee, which I know is a bad thing for me. I love it, but this is my tea. So I've been drinking tea. I like tea, but I don't like it as much as coffee. So also I'm trying to drink more water. So I have those little spray squirty things that go in the water because the water here tastes nasty. So it tastes like water softener. Ugh, can't do that. So I got the little flavor things. I don't know how bad those are for you, but whatever. Anyway, with COVID, I got the D3 because if there's anything you're going to do, like one major thing, you need to have vitamin D. This is one of the big things that they found is a culprit in being sick for COVID. So if you're scared of COVID, you need to be taking your vitamin D, especially since now they've got us all shut down. So we're not being exposed to the sun, which makes absolutely no sense. But again, nobody asked me. Or I would have told them. And I have told many people that didn't ask me because I do that. So then I actually grabbed these, and this is the Equate Walmart brand. I did originally have so this is compared to VitaFusion, women's multivitamin. I got that one first, and I think I got that from Target. And then I went to Walmart and got the same thing, basically. But you see there's some of the original ones. These Stark ones are from that original one. And when I had just a few left, I dumped them in there. And now this one's almost empty, but I still have a few of those left. But this is just a really well balanced. I do know that for PCOS, prenatals are really good because they have some of the stuff that we particularly need. I think like folic acid and things, but this does have 100% daily value of folic acid and vitamin K. This does not have that. I think that's one of the things that is in prenatals. I don't know. What do you guys know about prenatals? So should I be taking a prenatal instead of this? I'm not sure. But these are gummies. They got a bunch of sugar and stuff like that in them, but I'm not too concerned about that. I am limiting my sugar again because with PCOS, you do need to kind of pay attention to that a little bit. But I'm not stressing about it. So anyway. And then I grabbed this. I was doing just a biotin, and the biotin was a gummy as well. But then I grabbed these because these also have collagen. So they have collagen, argan, coconut, collagen, and biotin. But then I looked at this, and this actually has biotin too. So maybe I don't need to be doing both of these. This has 150 micrograms, and this has 5,000. So I'm getting a lot of biotin daily. Anyway, I've been doing this. This is, Spring Valley. I'm trying to read it backwards in the mirror. And again, I got these from Walmart as well. So if you guys have suggestions, this one's also the D3 is also Spring Valley. Because I'm 45, I'm wondering if I should be taking calcium. What are they saying now about calcium? What are the other things? What do you guys take? I'm really curious what you guys are like taking as you venture into that middle age sort of era of your life. I don't know. I just grabbed these because I had been doing apple cider vinegar, and I know a lot of people do it for weight loss and stuff. I don't. I do it because it really does make me feel great. It's good for my stomach. It's good for just digestion in general, good for energy. It just kind of seems to help me process and digest things so much better. And I was trying to drink it, and I was drinking it, but my teeth are really soft and they're really bad anyhow, and I didn't want to do more damage to them. So I actually picked this up on Amazon when I picked up these other guys, and I wanted to try this. But then I'm like, well, it's gummies, so it's getting stuck in my teeth. So I guess, I eat these before I brush my teeth. So I guess that's kind of okay because I'm generally eating them in the morning. I think this one you're actually supposed to, it says 3 times a day. It says take 3 a day, preferably with a meal. So I don't know if it means 3 all at once or 1 at each meal. I don't know. Anyway, this is basically just apple cider vinegar. And it has, sugar and stuff like that, calories and whatnot. But that's basically it. That's the only thing. So I've not tried anything that's in a capsule form before. Curious what you guys have done, if you've seen any results. I've also seen them in tablets, and I've seen them maybe in gels, but I know I've seen them in tablets. Gels seems like the apple cider vinegar would actually break through there, but maybe it's a powder in a gel capsule. I don't know. So that's what I'm taking. I don't know. I don't think any of these are necessarily miraculous, but I think they just help me to stay balanced if I'm, just kind of keeping my body healthy. That's running smoothly, well-oiled machine, right? So, and noticing, I think that's the big thing about healthy at any size is pay attention to your body. Different bodies do differently. And so, one person might say, oh, I should be able to eat as much sugar as I want. Okay, great, fine, eat as much sugar as you want. I know for me, having PCOS, I just can't do that. So I would like to do that. But when I do that, it just kind of makes my energy levels fluctuate so incredibly much. And then I kind of crash. It's because it's almost like it mimics diabetes. It's not the same thing, but insulin resistance or something like that. Again, I'm not a medical professional. So, but yeah, just really curious about how you are managing your PCOS, if you have it, or just your health in general. And if you've noticed certain things. So one thing I'm noticing, because I go on tangents, and so that's where we're going now, my hair is really frizzy. So since I dyed it, it's really gotten frizzy. I dried it last night, just air dried it, because I don't use any heat on my hair. And braided it as I usually do it, and then went to bed, took out the braid, and I kind of made the mistake of combing through it. I should have just maybe teased out the curls in the braid. But now it's quite frizzy here, and that's probably because of the dye. So I don't know. I don't know what. I think I'm just gonna, because it'll be a week before I wash it, so it should be fine. And I'll use my brush, which is my boar brush, and my head massager that I use, and then I may add oil to it tonight or in the morning, just like a drop or two on the brush, and brush that through, and then see. And that's my own oil that I do. Stick around, you'll find out about that, because I talk about that pretty regularly. So that's pretty exciting. Now we're gonna just cruise through all the stuff we're talking about today. I just talk too fast. That's the problem. I need to slow down and tell more stories, and then we can have more stuff to talk about, right? The other thing that I grabbed here that I wanted to talk about is I've talked about my perfumes and stuff, the scents that I like to wear and when, and all of that good jazz. And I'm interested in what are the new ones that I should look into, because as you know, or as you may know, I have been out of the country for some years, and I was really keeping up on perfumes before I left, and then I tried to continue that when I was in the Caribbean, but it's just harder to access things. And also, I just didn't have residual money to put into things. And now I'm like, it would be nice maybe every once in a while to add something. The houses that I'm really loving, or that I have really loved, a lot of them are indie, niche indie. So I love Zoologist. I know that's really hard for some people to deal with, but I love their scents. And there's nothing that they've put out that I've smelled. I think I've only smelled 6, but some of the harder ones I've smelled, like Moth and Civet, which I am, oh my goodness, both of those are amazing to me. The only one I wasn't crazy about is Hummingbird. I think that was the only one. Was it Hummingbird or was it Nightingale? But it was the sweeter one it's just too sweet for me. And I wasn't crazy about it. And I didn't feel like there was something unsettling about the way that the different notes came together. So if you're familiar with that, or another brand that I should check out, let me know. There's Alchemia or I don't know, probably Alchemia, which is on Etsy. They have oils, and I really like them too. They have beautiful, beautiful scents. They have the Deadly Nightshade. I think that's just what it's called. And a couple others, I mean, that are just amazing. So, and I would like to maybe get some of theirs. I've noticed the prices of everything is going up. Zoologist has gone up. Alchemia has gone up, or Alchemia, or whatever it is. All of these are kind of going up in prices. So I don't know. What do you guys suggest? Let me know. I would be thrilled to have some feedback on that. And also, let's see what the other ones. Oh, Kyse, Kyse, Kyse used to be called something else. I hopefully have one that is from there. I don't know, but in my perfume collection, the majority of it is still in Haiti, and I may still have it. I don't know, but I grabbed what I could and brought them with me. But they're the Kyse, I think it's got to be Kyse, Kyse, right? So it's this little indie one woman show out of the US, and it's the best gourmands ever, and the most realistic. And I know some people like them more well blended and whatnot. I cannot get enough of these. In fact, I can't do a lot of coconut, and I know coconut's really popular, but a lot of coconut to me, like the Bum Bum Cream, Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, and those kind of things, they have that plasticky scent to me that I can't do. There's some other ones. What's the one that they sell at Whole Foods? The little Kumba made, Kuumba made, those little oils. They're coconuts. I love most of theirs, but the coconuts I can't do because they smell like burnt plastic to me. So a lot of the coconut notes come across to me as burnt plastic. But the Kyse, they are perfection. They are so good. Check them out if you haven't. I have not checked the prices to see if they've gone up lately, but I love them. I also love Dame Perfumery, another American indie brand, and their Dark Horse, no, not Dark Horse, the vanilla one, whatever that one is. Is it Dark Horse vanilla? Anyway, whatever the vanilla is one, they're like iconic vanilla one is so incredibly good. They also have some other ones that are really good, and the Soliflores are really good from there too. But I have not actually bought anything from Dame. I've just dreamt of them, and I've had samples. I haven't bought anything from Zoologist. I have gotten from Kyse, and I have gotten from Alchemia. Those, but yeah. So who do you recommend? Who do I need to look into? And I can do mainstream. I can do indie. I can do, niche indie. I don't like to do like these ridiculously high price niche. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I did get my first and only, probably because it's the only one I've liked so far. What is the brand? I featured it on here on one of my lives before. I forgot. Anyway, one of the high-end brands. It's like right there. Starts with the K, I think. Carried in. You guys know who I'm talking about. So they carried in Sephora. I can't think of it. Anyway, so there's a perfume, high-end perfume brand, comes in a black thing, and the name of the perfume is something like Kissing Burns something point calories per minute you want to work out, or something like that, or per hour. I don't know. Anyway, that's the name of it. What is it called? Anyway, one of you guys can help me. Otherwise, I can just go in my room and look at it when we're done here. But so irritating. That one's really good, but the rest of theirs I'm not crazy about. That doesn't help you because you have no idea who I'm talking about, but you can like do a little Google search and find out if you're curious. But I haven't actually liked much from that house because I feel like they're trying too hard. So, and then so many of them are just ridiculously high. I'm just not interested in anything from like, Bond 9 or Creed or any of those, like even Byredo. Byredo has really good scents, but I don't think they're worth it. I just don't. I think you can get Really good stuff for a fraction of the price. Maybe not the same scent, but really good stuff for a fraction of the price. Speaking of scents for a fraction of the price, one of my favorite things has been for years and years and years and years, no matter my taste in scents, I have loved these. And that is the Bodycology line. Puppies are barking upstairs, so bear with me. I have 5 of these right now. I use them all the time. So when I go in and I see another one, I'm like, ooh, that smells good too. I'll grab that. I think my husband uses them. I'm not sure. But we share our smellies because we both like to smell good. He'll wear whatever similar stuff to me as far as scent. So this is the one that's almost gone. This is so good. This is the pink vanilla wish. And it really is a beautiful, like, flowery vanilla. I don't usually like super sweet scents, but I really like this one quite a bit. And it doesn't smell like the Bath and Body Works sort of thing. I don't know. It smells nicer somehow. This one smells very much Bath and Body Works to me. This coconut hibiscus, but this is great. This is a really nice, summery sort of tropical-ish. That coconut I can do. That one actually does not smell. So if you have the similar thing where a lot of coconuts smell like plastic, you might try that one, and it's like $3 and something. They also have the body sprays, which I don't bother with because I always wear perfume anyhow. I mean, you put this on and after 5-10 minutes, the smell is basically gone anyhow. And then I just layer it with something that's complimentary. This one is the Watermelon Splash. This is so yummy. I will be loving this in the summertime. And there is a Jill Sander perfume. If you have not tried Jill Sander perfume, I think she is so underrated. She is a German fashion designer that has really expensive fashion, but her perfumes are not expensive. And you can get them for about, well, because there's not actually any place in the US to get them, so you have to buy them on eBay or with one of these like international dealers. That sounds so what's the word? Illicit. I got this from my dealer. But anyway, so there's one called Sunbath. Is that it? It's in Haiti. Love it so much. It literally smells like a melon, but not a watermelon. But not like, like almost like, not cantaloupe because I hate that smell. Almost like honeydew sort of melon, like a lighter melon. Maybe a combination between that and cucumber, but it's not even that. It's just a really nice, relaxed melon. You know what it smells like is this e.l.f. Where is it? I literally just put it on yesterday. This little e.l.f. Oh, it's probably in my jacket, maybe. I don't know. A little e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Balm that has a little heart in the middle. That's the hydration. Yeah, I think it's in my jacket. It smells like melon, but not like watermelon. It doesn't smell like watermelon scent. It smells like the actual watermelon. Does that make sense? This smells like watermelon scent, which is always sweeter, or like watermelon flavored candy, which is always sweeter than actual watermelon. But the e.l.f. one smells like watermelon. What an actual watermelon smells like. Oh my goodness, that was way too much talking about watermelon. I know I'm getting hungry because I love watermelon. And the Jill Sander smells like that, but it smells like you're sitting at a pool, a beachside pool, because there's a little bit of beach and there's a little bit of, this is going to sound really bad, chlorine, but it's not chlorine. It just smells, I don't know. It's so good. It's amazing. That's like $13. I got mine for like $13 on eBay, I think. It was ridiculously cheap and amazing. I highly recommend it. Check out Jill Sander. She's one of my favorite mainstream, not niche, sort of perfume houses. I wouldn't touch her clothes because they're like $500 for a shirt. Dark Cherry Orchid. This is another one that's really nice. This is really nice, soft floral. That's got a little bit of sweetness to it. And then this is the one I was excited to find. Is this the Spice Pumpkin? So this is a nice fall sort of spiced pumpkin clearly, because that's what it says on the thing. So that's really cool. So I like those. They're a great way. If you don't like a ton of scent, or if you don't want, like maybe you work in a place that they're scent free, which welcome back to civilization, to the developed world where we have too many rules and they have to regulate everything that we do. Anyway, so yeah, if you work in a place where they don't like a lot of scents, those are a good thing to grab. So highly recommended. So what are y'all doing? What's going on? What's your weekend plans? I'm waiting for you guys to share with me. Give back to me. Let me know what's happening in the world of health and beauty and being fantabulously you. When I say health and beauty, I don't like that because it's like the industry, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real world. Real world. That's hard to say. Real world health and beauty. So that's kind of what we got. Basically what I have to talk about today. I don't think there was anything else exceptional that I went through. I'm going to be going through some of these things that I like, recent acquisitions that I've tried, and let you know. But this is one thing I was going to mention. This was the Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer that I got from, I think, BoxyCharm. And this is, first of all, it came half empty. I have used it twice, and that's how much. I mean, it looks like I've been using it for a month, right? At least, which is really annoying. And it definitely was not 1.5 ounces. That's not 1.5 ounces in there. And when I don't use much base at all. Today, I'm actually using the Wet n Wild Tinted Moisturizer. This thing is killing me. Flashing in my eyes. Where is it? It is right here somewhere, but I've got stuff there. But this thing, I tried using it a couple of times. I don't know if I just need to know how to set it right or what, but some of these high-end things from like Ipsy and Boxy, I'm not understanding why they are in the price point that they claim to be. And I think there's a reason that they're being given to us rather inexpensively on those two platforms. Can I call those platforms? Outlets. Because I just don't think that I think they're trying to get buzz. I think that's what's going on. So they're hoping if they send them out to enough people will be like, oh, I know that brand because it was in their Boxy or their Ipsy, when the brand really shouldn't even be known. Is that me being rude? Whatever. Okay, here's the Wet n Wild one. So this is a Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is really good. Good stuff. For the summer, I will probably be using something like this quite a bit, waiting for my number 7 order to come in. And then hopefully be doing like, I want to see if I can do like a get ready with me sort of thing, but it won't be that because it'll probably be the late night thing. But something similar where I'm just doing like a whole face, and you guys can see kind of the process of me getting beautiful. But yeah, just doing a full face and trying out some different things and whatnot. I can also do some other times. So, we may change that around here and there too. So, but that's all I've got. We're going to end a little bit early. But it was great having y'all join me. And thank you to everybody that has come in. Consider, if you are on YouTube, consider going over to IG and checking me out there. And vice versa, if you're on IG, consider checking me out on YouTube. Would love to get, my goal is 100 subscribers on YouTube. But I know most of you are on IG. So consider checking me out in the other place. And if you are on YouTube, go to IG because there's so much more content I have there. I do stories all the time. And I'm usually showing my looks and my fashion and acquisitions and just talking about nonsense and giving out some motivational things when somebody posts something that I think is particularly good and helpful and whatnot. I try to put that on there. So And yeah, we just talk about whatever. We talk about health, and we talk about PCOS, and we talk about weight, and we talk about the struggle that we have being, big girls and whatnot, and body hair and whatever. We just do what we're going to do. So definitely join me over there so that we can get to know each other. And I will see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll see you. We are here on Sunday at 5, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So see you in the next one. Bye. And with that, we're going to end.